Well, I can talk to you while you're moving around. So can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. The man, what was I about to say? Oh, so I'm thinking of a couple of titles for the book that I'm gonna do with George. And I want you to tell me not necessarily which one you like. I want you to tell me your, guess more so reaction to the titles and which one you might be interested to maybe pick up, or you think others might pick up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just say them, all three of them, or you want me to say them and you give your response? So you want me to say all
of them? Say all three of them.
Okay. The Anatomy of Credit. It's chess, not checkers. The Science of Credit is chess, not checkers. The Conspiracy of Credit is chess, not checkers.
People like conspiracy.
That's exactly what I thought.
Exactly the one I was. They like to feel like somebody is out trying to bamboozle them some type of way. I knew it. So
okay, that's what I thought about this morning, because I had the other ones. I was like, you know what? It's like it's not controversial enough. It doesn't make me want to pick it up. Like the Anatomy, the Blueprint is like, hey. But the Conspiracy is like, ooh, what they talking about?
We're conditioned
to
be like looking for. Isn't that crazy how our brains are wired right now? Anyway.
Yeah, and then I thought about it because I was over cleaning up my bookshelf, Saki books, and I remembered that I had read The Conspiracy of the Rich that he created. I don't know if you read that.
No, I didn't read it.
I did actually. I think it was all internet book. He didn't really market it heavily. But it
no, I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that is a good one.
Okay. So you are so let's talk, I guess let's talk about what so you're gonna pursue writing a book with, or doing an interview with George that you're gonna convert into a book. Is that kind of what you're about to do? And so you want to focus, let's refresh, because I think we talked about on so many different things yesterday. So
okay, so let's start there since we're already there. So I want to open up like a little a Google Docs. I just want to be able to type some notes down. Give me 1 second. I done tapped out of my Google Drive. I gotta get another. I'm gonna put this under 3G. Actually, I'm not. Okay. Google Drive. And my computer's acting slow. Jeez Louise. I'll just type it in the. No, I don't want to type it in Google Chat. Just give me a second. It's loading. So how's your day? How's everything going? Did it rain on your car?
Man, it rained all day. It was like some brief moments where it wasn't, but it was raining, like just coming down yesterday. It took us an hour and a half to get to that meeting, and
wow.
But it was really good. It was really, really good. And just like I thought it was, it's kind of structured like a network marketing company, but it's on point. It's on point. And I think especially with everything going on with us, I think a lot of us are very our antenna is up for change and trying to do something different. So a Buy Black movement, I think, will really resonate with a lot of people. You know, I think we all know we need to spend money with each other. This is giving like a very concrete avenue where we can, and also, you know, develop it as a revenue source for those that are really wanting to focus on that. So it's pretty cool.
Sweet. So what did you end up deciding to do?
I am going to get started. I wasn't ready to get started last night, but I am going to get started. Probably within the next few days.
What are the products?
They have, I mean, they had some of them at the event last night, but really what this is what they're really on. They're on, the product has to be Black created from beginning to end, not you as a rep for another company or you're selling some product that was bought in China. No, it has to be crafted by the hands of a Black person. So with that, there are of course, supplements, books, trainings. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. I haven't even looked on the website to see all the different.
Oh, so it's not just, so people can actually submit their own products and create like a Black network of products.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
You said it's what?
It's pretty clever.
Yeah. And they've actually been doing it for a few years. It's definitely.
I talk trash about Atlanta, but it's a lot of good stuff going on in Atlanta too, though.
Yeah, there is definitely it's a work city, I guess. People be out here.
You can find what you're looking for, but you got to find it.
That's it. That is it. But isn't that everywhere?
Yep.
So what are we doing?
All right. Man, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. My frat brothers, my line brothers, there's 17 of us. We have a little group chat. And these are the same people that I talked about being entrepreneurs and, starting your own business and all this other stuff and kind of just giving up, just love them. But, people just choose their path. But then I see stuff like, hey, CSX has cut 1,000 manager jobs, and they were tapping folks on the shoulder in the middle of conferences. People were crying. One of the people we know, Nikki, was among the ones that didn't make it. I'm just like, man, they abolished my job. Let me see, man.
Who are you talking about?
My line brothers. We have like a little WhatsApp thing.
Oh, okay. You said they abolished your job. Is that what you said?
No. I was reading one of my frat brothers. Like, they're so stuck on this whole other people employing them shit, man. I hate reading it. It's like, I'm sorry I have to bring this into our meeting. I'm sorry.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I might need to find. I'm sure there's probably an online presentation or something, but I'm sure without even looking at a presentation, to me, the Buy Black movement just makes a lot of sense because, and I'm not even, I'm saying this to say, our people need to just wake up to entrepreneurship. The vast majority of us are just not. We don't know anything about business. We don't like we talked about, like, we don't even know the basic stuff about, like, a lot of us bank accounts. Yeah. we on the payday loans. We on the those prepaid debit cards or whatever, and people aren't understanding like the long term. That's cool, I guess, for certain whatever, I don't know, but you need to understand banking. You need to understand credit. You need to understand why home ownership is or can be an asset for you. You should understand certain types of principles about money and about how it works. You know, we're not gonna, I think like what resonated to me as I was listening, and it was more so like, you know, like I said, I think it's kind of like a combination of what we were talking about the other day. I have my own, you know, inner consciousness about like the unity of all people and not really being on the whole black, white, whatever thing. But then I also have an understanding of so much of what we go through. It's just, but anyway, I have to work that out in my head. But long story short, it's just, I think a lot of us is just ready to wake up. We're ready to recognize we got to do this whole thing differently this time. It's not about what the government or whoever is going to do to put us where we need to be. I think a lot of us are in that place where with the right message, they could get that wake up call, because the writing is on the wall. It's not really hard to, you know, to reach out for that one. I think most people are experiencing that in some form or fashion, just halfway paying attention to the media or what's going on in the White House, etc. So I think it's timely. And I think a lot of those that were reluctant to listen to the idea of entrepreneurship or doing their own thing really have to sit back and logically consider it and get that message delivered, because the too many of the masses are just content with, you know, okay, well, just go and find the next job and go back to school and get another certification or whatever.
Wow, man,
You're responding to their message?
Yeah, I had to. And I'm gonna let you hear what I said too. Yeah, I told him, I said, people must understand this country was created by business owners and investors for business owners and investors. People must wake up to business ownership if they don't want this BS to happen to them. This reminds me of when Ford did this to my family. And it saddens me that this country is designed and thrives this way. This really sucks and destroys home so full. That's why I will never have a job, nor will I tell my children to go get a good job, go create a good job. This is also why I choose to treat my employees well.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was good.
Like my roots in the Philippines love me, man. Like I give them, like John, I mean, I sent him stuff like birthday stuff. I sent him stuff when he got his baby, when he got married, Christmas, you know, and it's like $20, you know, $10, but it's big to them. And I just look at it like if anybody, and that same thing, like even with people I work with, like George, George and I was, you know, we created a new agent ID to track all the new sales. And he was like, man, we could track all these sales and split it 50-50. He was like, but you know, you're gonna, you know, I'm gonna need you to, you know, help me with you know, calling and closing them. And I was like, it's like, nah. I was like, I'd rather give you more because I'm gonna be sending people to the office. I said, man, we're ramping this up, but I still need to eat 10,000 a month. Like what we're doing right now, it's gonna take time. So I don't have time to be calling salespeople all the time. But you do. You have an office. You got a team, and you know. And I'm not taking anybody's personal information. So he was like, "It's cool. It's cool." I was like, "No, I want you to make more on this. You know, you get the split because I don't want any resentment. I want you to make more than what you pay me to come in and consult." And he was like, "Man," he was like, "I get it." I said, "I want my fair share." I was like, "It ain't gonna be like, you know, 70. It'd be like 60-40, but still, like." I don't know. I think it's just a way people need to know how to do business, man. If you just eliminate greed and treat people right, I think, you know, you should be able to have a successful business and not capitalizing on people. So that's where. So I'll lead you into what I plan on doing with him, so we can shift gears. Let me get a side. All right. Cool. So give me a quote, Jan. You good for? Give me one of the 52. I need to rewire my brain. Give me a. I need to lose my mind. Give me a losing mind quote.
Did you really just throw me give me a lose your mind quote off the dome?
Yeah. Hey, I need to lose my mind real quick. I need to get focused.
Okay, here's one that's popping up. Communication is more important than love.
Wow, that's deep. Well, damn.
Communication. People have a tendency to feel that they can have functional relationships without good communication, but really, when you break it down, you have people every day of their lives that love each other or want to be together, but they don't have good communication. Communication is more important than how you feel about that person, because if you can't be yourself, if you can't truly communicate, then you don't have the basis for a long-term situation.
That is true.
Yeah.
You don't know how to communicate it, they may not even know it. I like exactly. That. That's a spade. We're gonna roll with that. So let's start with good communication on this conversation, and let's start with how I like to start a lot of meetings, and it's based off of communication. I start with like the goal of the meeting. If we know some goals will come throughout the meeting, but I like to start and say, okay, when we get off the phone, we should be able to know or have this. So I would say one of my goals, I'll share a couple of mine if you want to add to them. Let me know. Mine is to at least convey my intentions with George as far as credit, or my intentions with credit, with George. I'm going to share my 3G kind of plan with you, and learn ways we can work together. That's pretty much what I have. Is there anything else you want to add? Oh, and the live events in the ATL, and what's the name? The Florida thing. That too. We need to go over that. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that was it.
All right, so let me just kind of lay out. So just so you know what's happening with George, the way I plan, I'm going to share my screen so you can just kind of see the notes.
Okay.
That way I can take notes of both of us. And if you say, hey, add this, do this, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Let me share. All right, can you see?
I'm just like head. Yeah, I can see.
Okay. All right. So my major thing, I'll just talk it through, but matter of fact, even better. Which one do you use more?
Use Jen D. Carroll.
Okay. So if you want, you could even pull it up and write notes on it too while we're doing it. Now is creating a video interview that then goes to a book, which then goes to a funnel, and that funnel ends with goes from book to possible upsells. It could be, and we'll talk about that. I'll bring up the possible upsells. Possible upsells to credit restoration and then eventually sell this funnel to leaders on the team. And that's the, I mean, I got other stuff, but that's the major stuff that involves what we're talking about. The other stuff is like dealing with his Facebook group and, other stuff that doesn't necessarily involve us. So the thing is, I'm going to create this book based on specifically kind of what he says in the interview. So this is, I'm intentionally not going to, well, I don't think I'm going to read like any other book to add to this conversation. I think I'm just going to take pure transcript of what he kind of, I'm going to have some questions that people want answers to, and it'd be a real, 54 page or less type of book, kind of big font, nothing super fantastic, and use it as a lead gen, but also for his reps to be able to make, some money, and any other affiliate.
So the book was going to be on an affiliate program. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I'm looking at probably putting the book on probably ClickBank eventually. Because here's the thing. Here's why. His reps make money off the sales, but they don't have any low ticket way to make any money. Neither does he. So I'm trying to capture a lower ticket market for all these people that come to live events and do whatever. And I'm also co-authoring this book so I can print it and I could sell, physical copies, or, be an affiliate myself and make money and get my name out there for co-authoring a book, because I don't want it to be just me. But then I want a book on business credit, which that's coming down the line of what else plans I was thinking about between you and I. So I just kind of want to co-author with some people and then just be an affiliate for people that I'm going to have no authorship over or white label rights. So I just see that this credit area, people are paying for the information, and there's, got to be some way to kind of get a piece of that. And that's what I'm talking about. The possible upsells could be different books that could be white labeled, or royalties that can be beneficial to you as well. So let's say we had, and of course, this is just one funnel. We don't have to have, this on every funnel. It can change. But possible upsells could be any of the books that you offer. If you and I want, if I interview you and we do a business credit, book, that can be like the ultimate funnel. And then some funnels don't have the upsells. So George may not have an upsell because he may just want to do straight to restoration. But we can take the same funnel, switch the books out, and have one on credit. And then I'm trying to get my cousin to do a book on CPNs, because not many people do it. But granted, the nature of how she does business, she definitely probably didn't want her name on it. I probably have to author that myself. But that's where I'm looking to have, where we have a suite of these digital products and everybody can be affiliates for everything, and everybody make money from these different funnels, especially the authors. So that's kind of what I got going on in my thought process with George. And I definitely need help creating the physical funnel on ClickFunnels. It might be his lady, or if I could, hire you and, pay you some, figure out a way to get that done to beneficial to you, then I'm definitely down with that. But I know it starts with the video interview and the transcription. How it goes after that, kind of open. I want to be able to sell the entire funnel to his, 3 or 4 leaders that will probably do it.
Okay.
So that's that.
So in terms of like you said you made mention of a lead gen, of this being the lead gen, and then you made mention of it being a product. So are you doing it as a free book give? Do you have something on the front end to get people to opt in, or? are you?
Well, there's two different ways. And I was going to talk to Rico about it. The funnel options. What I'm noticing when I was at ClickBank was a lot of them have like that credit secret option where there is no opt-in. Um, it's just a video sales letter. And if they watch the video sales letter, then they can buy it. But now this one, I think because I watched the video sales letter first, I think it now takes me to this site. Or is this even it? This looks weird. I don't know if this is, yeah, this is it, I think.
It doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't, does it?
No, I think they got that domain on the
Probably making a killing off of it too. These dudes went with the .org though. They pretty gangster for that one.
Oh, but you should check out their funnel.
while I'm there, huh?
Yeah.
Let me see. Credit secret. I think that is them. Or maybe it's the credit secret.
I thought their branding was like red and something.
No, it's definitely blue. It's definitely blue, but it normally goes straight to a video.
Yeah,
let me go to a
I don't know. The actual book itself, if it's the same manual that I'm talking about, it's red. Like the I don't know.
Try to do it with cookies. Let me see. I'm gonna try this one with no. I know I'm there when it has the the video sales letter pops up. Oh, this can't be it. This can't be it. I know I sent it to you, right?
I don't think you sent it to me. You I think you pulled it up in front of me.
This thing, they're taking over. Anyway, okay, I'll have to find that. But long story short, I'm thinking about testing different options, but I was thinking of VSL first, like the video that I just did with George, but then putting some stock video or some stuff with it, so it goes back and forth from not just him. And after that, people can just purchase the book right there now, and then I would test it versus another opt-in where it would probably be like it's like a guide, like a 2-page type of guide type of thing. I wouldn't do a full book as an opt-in because
just like a checklist or something that's simple.
Yeah, like a 1 or 2 page checklist or guide or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or a webinar, which would get a high opt-in. So, but I don't want to start with the webinar first because that takes them into direct leads. I want a funnel that anybody can pick up and just kind of use. So I think a 1 or 2 page guide or checklist could be the opt-in, and updates on the credit industry. That's actually pretty powerful. That could be the funnel, and then the VSL, and then the book, and then upsells or whatever those are, and then the service. After the service, the way I look at it is this: all the people that come to me is business credit and trade lines, or at least the books on those topics. So after the service, that funnel can be used all types of ways. So I mean, imagine if we had a funnel, let's say with you and I have had a funnel that's like, hey, this is for, this funnel specifically for people that just got their personal credit fixed. It could be with George, it could be with my cousin, it could be with Eric, it could be anybody who we're marketing for, credit to, and they're like, oh, my credit's good, or I just got it fixed. So this is a good credit funnel that we can have. We can do split testing. We could do one where people just want business credit that may not have good credit and they want to go around the business credit, the personal credit, or it could fit people that have just finished their credit and now they want to get business credit and trade lines and books and information.
What do you mean that it's the same? You said it's already. Repeat what you said about these two different funnels.
Okay, so this service here is still under. Okay, so this could be the one for George and let's just say George book. Let me just make it clear. So this is George's book, and then upsells could be, if we want to do this, could be the books that you created, and the service would be George. Okay, so that is the end of this funnel, which could be sold to reps. Okay, so Ed and Jen, we take that funnel one if we want to use it, and we could keep the same book, we could change the book, doesn't matter. But if people get service, they can either get the service at the end of this funnel, business credit, trade lines, or books on business credit or trade line. And so I would like another funnel that's, so let's say, for example, okay, I'll give you an example. The lady in California right now, she's about to pay for George's service. So she's probably already done that right now. I'd like to be able to say, hey, I know you just submitted all your information to get your personal credit done. Let me send you this funnel. Let me send you this opted on business. She wants to learn about business credit. So I want to give her like the business credit funnel that goes with business credit, goes with trade lines, and goes with books on business credit right after she pays. And like George probably won't do this with his people. He may, but I need to do it myself for me and then come to him with some statistics. But even if he doesn't do it, I really don't care. He doesn't have to like business credit or trade lines, but we do. So I'd rather another funnel that I can send people to that start from that point. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be the same type of thing, 1 to 2 page guide or checklist on business credit.
I'm just trying to figure out how you're talking about the people that go through and purchase the service.
Through me. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
For that. Now, this is also going to come, this funnel for business credit we're going to do our own, marketing for that outside of this. I'm just kind of sharing with you so you know what I'm doing with George. And then what we do together, that necessarily, it may not involve this at all. But
okay,
I just want you to understand where I am. Of course, I'd have to talk to him about upsells. Not sure if he's going to be with that or not. Doesn't matter. Doesn't affect this funnel. Follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I guess we need to just, did you already have a funnel for business credit, or what's your thoughts on that?
I kind of already do have a funnel. I'm going to show it to you. Hold on. see which one. Okay. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I need to relabel my stuff in ClickFunnels. I'm like trying to find the right page. Hold on. Okay.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm typing all over the place. Where is the dang on notes?
Okay.
I don't even need to record this. I can just type it.